welcome back to the, I can't remember what episode, 39 of the Stitch with Love podcast. My name is Shannon. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if not, welcome back. I'm glad that you've decided to come back and hang out with me again. So I did skip last week's episode, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One was the episode before that actually went up way later than it should have done. I think it went up on like a Thursday or something silly. And then I also didn't have really anything. Oh, I had something to show. I'd been knitting, but only really on one project, and I thought it'd be kind of boring and very, very short. So I was like, well, I may as well just wait. So I did skip that week. Today is Monday, so I am recording late, but I think it's just a lot of the time it's just going to end up being closer to a Monday, I think. I am wearing my, I'm wearing my uniform, so that's why I'm covering it up. I couldn't be bothered getting changed out of my uniform top. I've got to go back to work this afternoon. So this is my Sunshine State of Mind shawl by Kelly Monster, which is now released. I did a test knit for her. I have another test knit for her, which I will show you in my works in progress. But yeah, that's what this is. The yarn is Goodwill Otamatata, I think is how you pronounce it, Station 4-ply, and then her silk mohair. I'm pointing to a section that's not mohair, but the mohair's in the stripes. So yeah, let's jump in before I blabber too much. Oh, my friend just texted me. We're going to be meeting up for coffee this week. So speaking of Kelly, I will show you the test knit I'm doing for her at the moment. This is spiced. This is lovely. It's so fun. I love her designs. I will probably be a long time test knitter for her. Plus she's awesome to work with. Like, just fantastic. Cannot recommend Monster Knits enough. But anyway, this is spiced. So this, I have a combination of yarns, but they are all single ply. It's just a recycling truck. It's glass recycling day today in Palmerston North, so they're collecting the glass. These two colours here are Mama Willing soft singles, which are 100% merino. This is Vanilla Bean Cream, and this one is Cobbler, which is such a gorgeous colour. And I might even ask Sarah if she's going to do like, if she does custom dyes. And if she does, I want more of this because it's just stunning. And then this green, this lovely foresty green, is Prosper yarn on her Butte singles. So again, 100% merino single ply. It's all 4-ply weight, fingering weight. It said single ply and then 4-ply. What? Fingering weight. That's so confusing. Here in New Zealand and like in the UK we call it 4-ply quite often, but it's not 4-ply. It's single ply. For some reason I'm getting really confused about this. Anyway, going back to this, it has this lovely textured cabling and then lace and stripes, and it's just stunning. I'm using my Caspian wood needles again, 3.5mm needles. Yeah, I really enjoy these needles. However, I've had these for coming up to a year, I think now, and I can feel that they're not, like, they're starting to wear down. And then I've also had issues with some of them snapping. So I'm thinking about maybe for Christmas asking my husband for some chalgoos. But then I really love wood. So I'm like, do I get the twist ones, which are the metal, or do I get spin? Or do I save up and get both? Do I need that many needles? I don't know. But yeah. Or do I get the chalgo twist and then get the Knit Pro Symphonies, which I love the Knit Pro Symphonies. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I'm thinking about getting some more needles. But yeah, it's currently living in my Knit Bits bag. I will talk a bit about bags later because I do want to get some more. Because I'm loving project bags and I'm running out of them. Maybe I just need to focus on a few projects at a time and not like 5. But my brain doesn't work like that. So yes, this is Spice by Kelly Monster. It's currently in testing, so the deadline for that is the 25th of this month, so October. So I can't remember when it will be released, but sometime around then. Yeah. Moving on to another test knit. This, I couldn't remember the designer last time I showed it. The designer is Shadow Knits Australia. This is going to be a little baby jumper. This is called the Charlotte Rose sweater. I think I've got my microphone in the right place this time, which is great. I'm still learning. It'll be fun when I do get a proper camera too, and then I have to learn how to make that work. Anyway, this I'm knitting. I haven't finished yet. Knitting in Stylecraft Special DK, and it's the colorway is Duck Egg. Yes, and it's DK. So yeah, knitting away on that. It's so cute. It's so little. It does look a bit funny at the moment just because it's rolling, because I haven't put the band in yet, because you do that last. My next thing to do is the sleeves, so that's the next thing for that. So that's coming along, which is really, really nice. This is just a drawstring bag that I found when I was sorting through my collection of yarn and needles and stuff. Speaking of that, I'll go on a little tangent and then I'll go back to works in progress. I started sorting through our spare room because we had to move some stuff in there that I just hadn't had a chance to organise. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go in and I'm going to do it. And one of the things in there was a big tote bag thing of, I think it's just stuff I've accumulated over the years. So I've been knitting for 12 years. So a lot of that I've just accumulated, and there's needles in there that I will never use. I think there's like 10mm needles in there. I don't knit with anything probably above 6mm, and I normally don't even really knit above 4.5. So why I have 10mm straight needles, who knows? I also have really chunky acrylic yarn from the warehouse that I will never use, and various other odds and ends and ball bands and whatever else. So that's fun. So yeah, I'm going through that at the moment. Yeah. I'm kicking myself a little bit at the moment because it's taking ages, because I just never went through it all. So yeah, go through your stash. Go sort it out. If you're like me and you've just accumulated, try not to put it off for too long, otherwise you'll be like me and wishing that you hadn't. Anyway, tangent over. Next is another test knit. Before I talk about this, I do have socks, but I haven't knitted on them because I normally knit to and from work, and I don't know why, but I just didn't over the holiday program. I don't know if I was just too tired. I have no idea. And then I didn't this morning because I had an umbrella with me because it decided to chuck it down with rain. So, you know. So I won't show you the sock because there's nothing to show. But yes, I am working on that still. This is another test knit. It's a shawl. Another shawl. This is The Planet's Uranus by Kira. I can't remember her last name. But this is what I have so far. I'm loving the lace. It's so pretty. And this yarn, oh my gosh, so soft. I've not used it before. It's Outlaw Bohemia Light, and I want to jumper out of this now. It's so soft. I admit, recently I haven't used a lot of commercially dyed yarn. But this is just, it's so soft. It is quite expensive though. I think it's like $13 a ball, and they're 50-gram balls, but then it's got Polworth, alpaca and possum in it, so you know. And it is so soft. And I'm enjoying these colours. I'm actually hoping that I'll have this done in time for my friend's wedding in a couple of weeks, because I want to wear this because it's so pretty. So yeah, and this is on 3.75. Yes, 3.75mm needles. So I'm working away on that. I'm hoping to get that first lace section done today. I was hoping to get it done yesterday, but something else took way longer than I thought it would, and that's going to be the thing I'm going to show you next. This is a bag by InStitches, by the way. I want to get some more of these pouches, actually. They're really cool. But I don't think she has a website, so yeah, I have no idea. Right, this thing here. As you may be aware, especially if you watch knitting podcasts, the Stephen West MCAL is going on, and I'm taking part. So if you do not want spoilers, please don't look, and that includes Clue 2, because I've started Clue 2. So I will leave, when I go back through and edit, I'll try and find where the time is for you to skip to, and I'll put it at the bottom, just so that you don't get spoilers, because I know how frustrating that is. I was scrolling through Instagram one day, and someone forgot to put the like the first picture as either the yarn or the MCAL picture, and so I got a spoiler for Clue 1, and that was annoying. But yeah, maybe I just shouldn't go on Instagram until I've knit the Clue. I don't know. Anyway, right, at this point you should have gone, so here we go. If I can open it, this is my bag by Rosea by Lily. This is well loved. It's a well loved bag, and I love it. I do. So the yarn is all Mama Willing plush fingering. Is it connected to anything? No, it's not. So I can show you. I'll show you the yarn after. I'll do a spoiler first. So this is where I'm up to. This bit, this little section, took me so long yesterday. I was like, oh, it's 10 rows. I'll quickly do this section and then I'll move on to my test knits. No, it took, I don't get it. I think it's just because it's so many stitches. It took me ages. I was like, no, it's taking so long. And this is only Clue 2, and I'm not even halfway through Clue 2, and it's already taken me ages just to do one row. But yes, this is what I have so far. I really like the colours. This is a kit by Mama Willing, by the way. Yeah, it took, just that one section took me so long, and I was like, I don't get it. Why is it taking me so long? And I'm normally quite a quick knitter, so I'm like, okay. It could also just be because it's stockinette purling back 200 and something stitches. But yes, So this is where I'm at with this. It looks quite funny because it's bunched up on the needles, and the thing is, I think this is the longest cable I own, and it's still bunched up, so there's that. Right, I'm going to pop this away just so that I'm going to get the yarn out, and then I'll put this away so that those who don't want spoilers can look back. Right, if you didn't want spoilers, you can look back now. I'm just going to show the yarn. So these are all Mama Willing plush fingering, and I can't remember the composition. I think it's 80-20 merino nylon, but I can't remember. This first colour is just stunning. This is true. I love it. It's beautiful. This colour here is Shiver. So I used both these colours I actually used previously on not this base, but in mohair. Why is it so loud? Sorry about that. It's the glass people again. I thought they'd gone. Anyway, I used these colours on my Like a Whisper tee in mohair, so they may look familiar. So this is true. This is Shiver. This one here is it Vintage Peach? I think it's Vintage Peach. I can't remember exactly, but it's gorgeous. Then we have Ink. Lovely dark bluey grey colour. Got a bit purple undertones. And then this one is the like one speckled one, and this is Virgo Season. Yeah, so those are my colours for the MCal, and I'm really liking it. It's a little bit probably more out there than I would normally go for, but not too out there. It's still colours that I would wear, which is nice. So yeah, it's not extreme, it's not crazy, but it's good for a Stephen West design because a lot of his designs use a lot of contrast, so you got the contrast but without it being crazy out there, insane. So yeah, that is the knitting content for this week. I'm now just going to chat for a little bit. So if that's all you wanted to see, thank you for coming, and hopefully I'll see you next week. I don't have any acquisitions, so there's no yarn to show you today. Yeah, I'm just going to have a drink and then we'll chat for a bit. So, right, Auckland is still in lockdown, which means that my trip to Auckland is cancelled. I'm really bummed. I wanted to go see my parents and go see my old work and see the kids there. I wanted to go to Lupine, Wilco in Ponsonby, and I can't do any of that now. So last week it really hit because I was like, basically once they extended it, we knew that was it. They weren't going to be opening the boundaries, and that was the end of it basically. And we were holding on to hope for a little bit longer that we'd be able to go, and no. So we're really bummed. It really hit me last week. Last week was rough. I haven't seen my mum since March, and I haven't seen my dad since January, so yeah, it's hard. It is hard. And I understand that, yes, I am quite lucky in the sense that they're still relatively close. I can drive to see them, but I still find it particularly hard because I've never lived this, well, I have lived this far away from them before, but then I was able to go back and see them every couple of months. That was when I was here for uni. But now we can't do that, so it really sucked. So yeah, I have a week and 2 days off work still. I'm still taking the leave because I'm exhausted and I need a break. So what we are thinking about doing, we haven't fully decided yet. I know it's quite last minute. but we're thinking about maybe for a couple of days going up to Napier, because I've never been. My husband's been. I've never been. And thinking about going up there maybe for a couple of days, and then just having some time around here just to chill. There isn't too much to do here in Palmy. Pardon me. In my opinion, it's great if you have kids. There's a lot of pardon me. There's a lot of parks and things that are really good for kids. But there's not a lot of stuff to, I guess, well, there is stuff to do, but I would rather do it with kids, if I had kids. And so we're kind of like, well, what do we do for a week and 2 days? If we do go to Napier, I plan on doing some kind of vlog or something. I won't be probably doing like a full packing video like I was gonna do, you know, like what am I taking with me, but I will do something similar because I'm still going probably for a couple of days, and I'll probably be taking at least a couple of my test knits with me because they need to be done, especially this one. The deadline's creeping up. Not that one, this one. And I'll definitely be taking my MCal, but I don't know. And if we do go to Napier, I might do a vlog. I do know that Napier, from what I've heard, is a beautiful town. It's a beautiful city, very Art Deco inspired, so it might be really interesting to see. So that is our plans at the moment. Other than that, it'll be lots of rest and catching up on some sleep after a crazy holiday program and stuff. And a holiday program, again, as seems to happen every single time, there was more drama and stuff, and I'm just too tired for it. I'm too tired for it, really. So I'm just looking forward to the break. I've got 3 days on this week, so I'm working today, tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I go and leave on Thursday, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. If we do go to Napier, I don't know if we'll go on the Thursday and come back on the Saturday, like come back Saturday morning or something, or like Friday evening. I need to be in Palmy Saturday afternoon because we've got a bridal shower. Well, I've got a bridal shower, I'm going to, and so I need to be in Palmy on that day. But so we'll either go Thursday and come back either Friday night, Saturday morning, because it's like a 2-hour drive, or we'll do the other end and leave Sunday and come back Monday, Tuesday. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. If you want to know exactly kind of what's happening before videos and stuff come out, the best thing to do is follow me on Instagram at shammarie2401. That's probably where I'll put it, if I remember, hopefully. Fingers crossed. That'll probably be where I say what we're doing. So, yeah, that is the update for that. As I said, I'm really bummed. I was really looking forward to it, but hey, life happens. I'm hoping they come out of lockdown soon, wherever the numbers are not looking too flash, so it's quite sucky. Oh, speaking of like COVID and pandemic and stuff, I've had my first jab. My arm was sore for like a day and a half. I think the day after, it was really sore. I couldn't lift it up past like here. But then it was fine. And I was like, oh, okay. The one I'm nervous for is the second one, because I've heard that's where you get a lot of side effects, so fingers crossed, we'll see. But I feel good knowing that I've got the first one done. So that's done, don't need to worry about the first one anymore. So yeah, I think that's it, really. I mean, there's yarn I want to buy, but I've kind of on a budget. Marina of Strawberry Patches just did a shop update, and there's a couple of colorways that are just perfect together, and I want to make a shawl, but I can't order it at the moment. And then Sarah of Mama Willing has some kits that are still left over, and then probably when she comes back from holiday she'll probably dye some more and I'll want to buy it. And just various dyes and yarn that I see around and I want really bad, but I need to use some of the yarn that's in my stash, especially the acrylic that I have accumulated, especially in the last 2 years. When I got my first job, my first proper job, I went a little bit crazy, and like I ordered a big box from Hobby, a big box from Deram Wars, and I think a bag from Wool Warehouse or something like that. And I have a lot of that still. And it had good intentions, but now I just have heaps of it and it needs to be used. I also have stuff from Spotlight that I need to use, and yeah, I really just need to go through my stash because my blue shelf, so I have like a cabinet, like an old kind of vintage looking cabinet where I put my yarn, and the blue shelf is like overflowing. So I think green is also starting to overflow and purple's getting there. So I need to use some yarn. But I've also got test knits to do. These are my main priorities. And I also want to work on my Tierney cardigan so that I can enter the fall garment make along. That's hosted by Knitty Natty because this is the last month. So yeah. I think that's all for this week. I've been watching a lot of the same podcasts, so I haven't really got any new recommendations. Yeah. So I guess that's it really. So hopefully we'll have a vlog come out about if we travel. Hopefully we do. And yeah, we'll go from there. Might see if maybe I can pop into a couple of yarn stores as well, wherever we decide to go. So yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you for joining me. Again, you can follow me on Instagram at Shamaru2401. Feel free to add me on Ravelry too. My name is the same, it's Shamaru2401 on there. And links to the patterns that I mentioned, yarns that I mentioned will be in the description box below. And I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. So whatever you're doing, I hope that it brings you some joy. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye!